The percentage of COVID test results coming back positive in Harris County continues to hover right around 9%. In some of the surrounding counties, the number's even higher. Here's Adam Bennett.
As cars continue showing up to COVID test sites like this one in Katy, more results across Fort Bend County are coming back positive. That positivity rate is now averaging 11%. Galveston County's most recent rate is 12%. Montgomery County's rate is 11.6%, with a record number of active cases. And in Brazoria County, their positivity rate was 13% during the first week of this month, nearly double last month's rate of 7%. Back in Fort Bend County, their health director told Commissioners Court today around a fifth of the county's total cases have been reported in just the last 2 weeks. Dr. Jacqueline Johnson-Minter said hospitals are seeing a higher percentage of COVID-positive patients.
We've had to acknowledge, we all have, that COVID fatigue is real among all of us. And risk assessment and making wise choices are very critical right now. And as tired as we all are of doing those same things, of washing our hands, wearing our masks, and making wise choices with our activities and with our distance, being tired has its consequences as well.
Dr. Johnson-Minter says health officials are also seeing more people ignoring milder symptoms of COVID. She recommends getting tested and staying home if you're feeling sick. Adam Bennett, KHOU 11 News.